Welcome back to the floor of the CME Group here in Chicago, Friday, February 11th. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. Treasury Curve is an institutional money market portal. We assist firms in their overnight cash management. A lot of moving parts today. Let's get into the zone, the cash money zone. Here we go. Egypt. Quite contentious over there. Mubarak last night kind of pulled the old bait and switch. We saw that. Protesters got really upset. And politics aside, for 1 second here, Mubarak, the guy's 82 years old, and he looks good. I mean, look at that hair. Unbelievable. But nonetheless, the bait and switch last night, people hit the square again, protesting hard, and just now, he just resigned, signed down, stepped off, left the palace. People are celebrating over there. We just saw the market make a new high off that news. Sensational transformation of government. You know, over 2-week protests over there finally came to fruition. Maybe that gives us some clarity in the market we've been looking for here as traders. You know, the Suez Canal, that continues to be a threat. And now with this joyous occasion of getting Mubarak out of the palace, maybe the Suez Canal kind of situation comes to a head as well, good or bad. Let me know. Get me on my Twitter here at @TheKiller or comment here on this video. You know, one interesting thing that is going on that we have not heard a peep out of is the Eurozone. We have not heard one thing about sovereign debt. Clearly, the interest on all that debt continues to rack up day by day. So we'll see if next week a couple of these shoes start to drop. Now we have some clarity in the Middle East. You know, let's drill down on these treasuries. You know, I tweeted yesterday that 117.23 level. It's a great level. It's the unemployment low. We kind of bounced off that, tested it again last night. We're a full point higher, folks. You know, pretty sensational move in the treasuries. After a pretty disappointing last auction of the week, you know, I think Rick Santelli graded it a C, and he's right. It wasn't that great, but they came and grabbed those treasuries above that level. They tested 118.28 and have come off a little bit since. You know, the S&P. Broken record here, folks, but another new high. I spoke yesterday to that resistance at 1328. That 1328 on the chart, for whatever reason, I know there's no resistance since essentially 1177, but that 1328 kind of poked out and looked at me and said that's resistance, and we just tested 1327, have come off a little bit. We'll see if that's going to be the high. It could be, or maybe it's going to be a nice little cap for us for a while until the market moves higher. You know, it's so hard to say. You know, the NASDAQ came short of a contract high, but the Dow Jones just made a new contract high at 12,247. So with all these moving parts, 10 out of the last 11 weeks, we've had gains in the market. Is this market ready for a little retracement? We'll see next week. We have a lot of data, CPI, PPI, and the inflation concern is still on the table. Clearly a concern in China, I think coming to our shores shortly. You know, the euro currency, you know, that 100-day moving average, I really like looking at that, and it's been a great kind of lower end of the band here. You know, that 135, it's coming in at 135.27. We went through that. You know, it wanted to go to it yesterday, stopped at 135.72 and came to it overnight. Clearly we have a very strong US dollar index overnight, but I think it's going to sit here between 135 and 137 until it works its way out of there. You know, underneath that 50-day, 133.51, and the 200-day way down to 130.101, but we've seen that euro currency can move where it wants to go quickly. Have a great weekend. Good luck trading today. And I want to thank one viewer, by the way. He was able to sneak into Uncle Ben's office, and he was able to get a snapshot of the board that kind of Uncle Ben uses to control this market. Check it out. Thanks for sending that in, folks. Have a great weekend. From the floor of the CME Group here, I'm the Killer. Remember this weekend, be the him, not the nail.
Oh, see what you have done. I said, see, rider.